There will be changes in the money soon. Let's be honest, the whole banking system is changing, but most people are still too busy with TikTok to notice. They are seeing the news, they're going there, they're too busy to know what's going on, but this is being looked into, we're researching and putting the pieces together. That way we can put money into this new technology that will run most of the things around us and the things we do every day. Hi everyone, my name is Nick, and I'm glad you're here. If this video is your first time on the channel, I hope you decide to join by the end. Let us quickly look at what's going on. I strongly urge everyone to join the free Discord. In the next sentence, there will be a link at the top. This is a free Discord that is one of the most useful and helpful ones out there. It has a free side with a lot of free crypto gems, market strategies, tips, market trends and charts. New cheat sheets will also be dropped in this Discord. We already have a lot of comments from Discord users who are raving about how great it is. Now, what do you wait for? Just click on the link at the top of this sentence to join the free Discord. For you guys, the US dollar monopoly system, the weaponized as powerful financial system, and the SWIFT network are all still getting hot. On the 23rd, we learned about another accelerant. What do I mean? Let's check it out. Important news. Under the new law, US banks will have to start reporting Russian assets so that they can be taken back. Let's go. Things are going to get crazy. Yes, because did you hear? This adds fuel to the fire that will speed up the opposition to the old order. That's what this whole thing is. They are making a big problem. It's like a war over money, right? There's a big fight. It's making everyone very angry. And then they pushed an answer. This is something I've said 100 times on this show, but if we look down here, we see that most Russian assets are held in Europe. However, it is thought that as many as $6 billion worth of Russian assets are held in trust by US banks. This time, appnews.com is the source. We have asked US banks to start reporting Russian funds so that they can be taken back. This is really cool. As I already said, here's more firewood. Quickly speed up, quickly speed up, quickly speed up. That's all there is to it. Let's look at a few things now. First, let's see what Russia's been up to. Number one, on July 23rd, Russia is thinking about allowing crypto for foreign payments. We also have this down here, which is something companies need, especially when sanctions are involved. Mechanisms when they need to get into the world market, and standard methods don't always work. Several people have asked how they plan to use crypto to avoid the restrictions put in place by the government. Actually, it's going to be pretty hard, but there are ways to do it. There are obviously going to be ways for them to get away with avoiding sanctions through crypto, but getting on and off ramps is always going to be hard, no matter what kind of transaction flow there is. Besides this, though, we know that Russia has been talking about crypto for a while now. Right now, Russian lawmakers have passed a bill that makes Bitcoin mining legal and also lets people use crypto to pay for things in foreign trade. For the record, the bill they're talking about here was passed a few years ago. It's supposed to go into effect on September 1st, but that depends on the Federation giving its final approval. Let's keep a close eye on this because, as you may remember, a lot of this is bills and laws about crypto that will eventually put more pressure on what the US does with crypto because it's still a big problem there. There are no changes being made to crypto laws, rules, etc. Besides that, on July 19th, Putin wants to speed up the rollout of Russia's CBDC. Again, all of this talk about. For the record, this took place in March of this year, on March 5th. Let's take a look at this right now. Remember that this is all about digital tools and blockchain. That is what you need to pay attention to. Why? Because you should check out all of the Bis's projects. Go read a lot of what the IMF or the World Bank has written. And all of these groups that have been pushing for a long time. You can go back to 2017, 2016, and even 2015 to see what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of people have talked about how blockchain and crypto can be used in the business world. At first, there was a lot of opposition and fear-mongering by the IMF and other groups. But as crypto grew into a bigger asset class, these big companies started to realize that this area isn't going anywhere. It's only going to keep getting bigger, which means they need to support it or else it will keep getting bigger and bigger, and they won't be able to do anything about it. That's why the BIs and the IMF are pushing all of these big, bold plans at the same time. I agree with you that this has been planned from the start. Now we have Justin. Russia says they are going to make a banking system like SWIFT, will help the Brics countries build a new economic reality. This was only released yesterday on the 25th. It adds to what we already know about Brics. Brics has been pushing this over and over again, and we've just been waiting, right? This is something we hear all the time, and it starts to sound like a broken record. You know, like, okay, so what's going on? Are they really going to do this? Well, if we look back at all of these big announcements from the 23rd, 24th, and even more recently, the 19th, it seems like Russia really wants to push the CBDC story. They really want this to happen. Do you still remember what a CBDC does? This stable coin was made by the government. Okay, this also makes independence possible. I'm not saying that I agree with CBDCs. I'm just letting you know that's what they want. However, Russia already has a system in place for digital financial assets that can hold tokenized assets, such as gold. This is really cool, but you can't use DFA like tokenized gold to pay for things. But the country just passed a law that lets them be used for cross-border purchases. This is really cool, focused on tokenized asset payments or CBDCs. These are the same ideas that are being pushed by the central bank of central banks. What's funny about this? In the center of all of these announcements on July 16, 10 days ago, Project Ralto was launched to improve instant cross-border payments by using wholesale CBDC settlement. Guys, I just want to say that Ripple is on the CPMI group with the BIs. It's all about making it easier to send money across borders and saving money, right? In this digital age, making sure that payments across borders work well is important. It should be faster, cheaper, and clearer. How are they making this happen? What does this make me think about? Here's a look at the CBDC platform by Ripple, which is all about CBDCs and stablecoins if we're talking about cross-border payment infrastructure. This site doesn't have a single owner. A private XRP ledger was used to build this app. Also, XRP could still be used as a temporary money. I'll say more about that in a moment. But we could see everything that was going on in the background, like if there were chance overlay services, sustainability, access, inclusion, and so on. These are the decentralized cross-border payment infrastructure systems that they're talking about when they talk about decentralized solutions. This is the key. This is the main point. I love that they're looking at this as a bridge because, as you can see, Ralto in Venice is both a bridge and a connecting line between the two sides of the Grand Canal.